This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Give them a call, 727-9900. News is also brought to you by Desert View Hospital. You can count on us.
Welcome to News 25 here on KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio. Today is Wednesday, November 2nd. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Well, Nye County Public Works wants to study flood-related issues in the northern section of the Prump Valley, but it will have to wait a little longer. After a lengthy discussion at the latest meeting, county commissioners decided to hold off awarding a contract for that study while the county's legal team takes a closer look at the proposal.
At last week's meeting, commissioners heard from Brian Schock, a project manager with Holistic Engineering and Land Management, also known as HELM. His firm, who is already under contract with the county to study flooding issues in the southern portion of the Prump Valley, is proposing a new study which would focus on the northern portion of the valley. That new study, referred to as the North Prump Drainage Analysis, would cost the county $322,000. Schock says the study would provide the county with invaluable information for how to better mitigate the risks of flooding.
You better than anybody know why we do drainage analyses, right? It rains, it storms, it floods. There could be fatalities, loss of business, emergency access, road closures. Sediment erosion, ongoing maintenance. The list goes on and on and on. And when do you do them? Well, you do them when your existing study is outdated. The rainfall's old, the topography's old. It's just an outdated study. As things change in the watershed, you need to have that reflected in your drainage analysis.
While the motion to accept the contract proposal got immediate support, Commissioner Donna Cox expressed some concerns. Even though HELM is currently under contract for the current study, Cox questioned awarding a new contract without accepting other bids for the work.
We can only approve $50,000 without having to go out to bid. Do we have to go out to bid on this? Are we actually breaking some kind of a law if we don't start putting things like this out to bid? And this has not been advertised, it's not been sent out to bid.
Nye County Senior Deputy District Attorney Michelle Nelson urged commissioners to table any action until her office has a chance to examine the proposal.
This particular item was not reviewed by legal as it's marked on the agenda item form. So what we would have to do is have that submitted to the DA's office. We could take a look at this particular item as well as what was allegedly approved back in December and what the board's actions were and the documentations together to be able to provide a legal opinion for you, Commissioner Cox. The agenda item is to accept or reject. My proposal to the board would be to continue this item perhaps 2 weeks to 30 days, and that way we can take a look at this.
Despite the concerns, Commissioner Leo Blundo was still ready to move forward by accepting the HELM proposal, but Commissioner Deborah Strickland, who had originally seconded the motion, withdrew her support.
Chair, I'm going to make a motion again to accept and to fund from a source to be identified by a comptroller. I'll remake the motion if you want to resecond. I'm fine with moving forward. I think this item's okay.
Well, there's no time restraint. Let's let the DA's office look at it. I cannot support your motion.
Okay.
Blundo, thank you.
No other commissioner would second Blundo's motion to accept the proposal. Instead, commissioners decided to table the issue until they hear back from the DA's office. The item is expected to come up for discussion again later next month.
And at that meeting, commissioners heard from Brian Schock, a project manager with Holistic Engineering and Land Management, also known as HELM. His firm, who is already under contract with the county to study flooding issues in the southern portion of the Prump Valley, is proposing a new study which would focus on the northern portion of the valley. That new study, referred to as the North Prump Drainage Analysis, would cost the county $322,000. Schock says the study would provide the county with invaluable information for how better mitigate the risk of flooding. A store clerk is facing charges after he allegedly is caught on camera taking unlawfully cash from the register. The Nye County Sheriff's Office report that they have arrested a person by the name of Oscar Chess. He is facing charges of embezzlement over the amount of $1,200, but less than $5,000. According to the declaration of arrest on October 21st, Deputies were dispatched to Coyote Corner on Kellogg Road here in Pahrump in reference to an employee that may have been taking money out of the till. They spoke with an individual on scene who provided a data sheet and also showed 2 videos in which deputies say that clearly showed Chess taking money that belonged to the store and placing the money into his left front pocket. According to the report, the data showed that the money had been taken over the course of many of Chess's shifts at the store. The combined amount was approximately $1,796.13. Chess worked as a clerk at the store, and police say that the business entrusted him with their property and the handling of its money. Oscar Chess was then taken into custody and transported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center. While en route to the jail, police say that Chess confessed to taking the money from the till, but stated it was not more than $200. And a driver is shocked when a man allegedly exposes himself near a park on Pahrump's north side.
Deputies with the Nye County Sheriff's Office report that they have arrested an individual by the name of Jordan Aiden for 1 count of indecent, obscene exposure. On October 24th, deputies were dispatched to the area of Simpkins and Highway 160 in reference to an indecent exposure. The person reporting stated a white male wearing a black hooded sweatshirt and blue jeans was allegedly exposing his genitals on the side of the road. She said that when she turned off of Simpkins onto Highway 160, he allegedly dropped his pants and lifted his shirt as she drove by. Upon arrival, the white male matching the description near Munsell and Highway 60 was taken into custody.
More news on the other side of this break.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. Also brought to you by Silver State Health. Visit silverstatehealth.org or call 702-471-0420 for an appointment. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, a scholarship fundraiser is taking it to the next level. Linda McLaughlin tells us about the MLK fashion show held recently at Nye Communities Coalition.
We're having our 3rd annual hair and fashion show. This is a fundraiser. We do a fundraiser twice a year. This is the first one. And then we also have the MLK luncheon, which will be on Martin Luther King's birthday. This year is awesome. We got the high school to participate in all our modeling and everything. This is the first year we got the students involved. Yeah. So it's awesome. We got Sunflower, which is, she supports us all the time. And then we got Karina and Christine. We have about 4 seniors that came out to help us with this fundraiser this year. We give thanks to Riva. Riva, they are the Riva Bronze Key Club from the high school. So
if people miss this today, how can they support the Martin Luther King Scholarship Foundation?
GoFundMe, that they can do it throughout the year, and also they can contact Doreen Forsky at Fresh Emerald, and she will still be taking donations. Yes, she's our treasurer, and Doreen she did this fashion show. Yes, we give all the thanks and the praise to her because she did an awesome job with all of her hair, and she put all this together. She got our vendors to participate. She went out there and sold tickets. She did most of the decorations, so she did good. You can contact me at 775-671-6127.
Well, Chandonay Breathwaite is an accomplished dancer, yoga and Pilates coach, and also teaches meditation. We caught up with her recently at Fitness for 10 to find out about the classes she teaches at this location.
I'm teaching yoga classes here, regular yoga classes. On Monday and Friday, the classes are 11:10 to 12:30, and followed by Pilates from 12:30 to 1:30. On Wednesday mornings, I teach yoga at 8:30 to 9:50. And then on Saturdays, we have yoga at 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. These are regular yoga classes. If you want to, we do have many people that are like older or that have some disabilities, and we use the chairs as well. So that you can use a chair, that is optional. Otherwise, yoga mats, you bring your own yoga mat. We do have some spare ones here, but if you have your own mat, just bring that and turn up. And and of course, if you're a member of Fitness for 10, a VIP member, you can do the classes. Otherwise, if you're a member for Fitness for 10, you can pay $5 and take the class as well. With yoga, it's full stretching, breathing, and of course it's very good for your health in so many ways, your organs, all parts of your body, and it's lots of stretching, and we breathe with those stretching. We usually breathe in and out through the nostrils, nice deep breathing into the abdomen. With Pilates, you're mainly focusing on the out breath, and it's a little vigorous out breath, and it's all work mainly for your abs, for your core. So a lot of the times we're either on our back sometimes, but doing core work, and it's mainly on the floor. And again, we do have chairs as well, and if somebody wants to do it in a little milder way, we can do that too. We usually also add hand weights and these small balls that we use as well, along with the Pilates class. Just make sure you're dressing comfortable, like some kind of sweats, and maybe bring an extra little jacket in case you get cold at moments. We do a relaxation towards the end of yoga, so you might want to put a little blanket over you, or just have a little jacket. Otherwise, just normal workout clothes works fine. Yoga we usually do barefoot. If you want to wear socks for part of it, when we're doing the sitting down ones or when we're lying down, you can use your socks. Otherwise, it's good to take your socks off for some of the standing poses, even though you're on a yoga mat. And also with Pilates, it's usually no shoes as well. Also, there is a schedule, a class schedule at the front desk as well, that lists all the other classes as well as my class here too. So do pick one of those up and choose your classes.
Well, John Rice made a stop here in Pahrump recently on his campaign trail for the Board of Regents.
I'm running for the Nevada System of Higher Education Board of Regents District 6. And District 6, well, first of all, the Board of Regents is the governing organization for the Nevada System of Higher Education. We have oversight of the universities and colleges, including Great Basin College here in Pahrump. I'm running in District 6, which is the traditional rural regent. The district goes from Elko County in the north down to Nye County here in the south. But with redistricting now, it also includes parts of Las Vegas. And my opponent is from Las Vegas, and she's a good person with a desire to serve. But I think we need a rural Nevada voice on the board. And I'm that voice. I have 30 years of experience in higher education as a professor and an administrator, and I'm no stranger to governance. I spent 3 terms on the Elko City Council, where I became known pretty well as a consensus maker, and I can bring those skills to the Board of Regents. Great Basin College serves rural Nevada specifically, and there are 200,000 people who live outside of the Reno-Carson City area and the Las Vegas metro area itself. So that's a significant number of people. And the challenges of rural Nevada in terms of higher education are unique to urban centers as well. Access is a real issue, and we can do that with brick and mortar, such as we have here in Pahrump, but we're also able to do it online and also at high schools throughout rural Nevada. If we don't have a voice from rural Nevada helping to steward the resources of higher education throughout the state, I'm afraid that rural Nevada will get left behind, including Pahrump and other parts of Nye County, and it's important that we not do that. Something very important to Pahrump specifically is we have 400 acres of land that we received from the Bureau of Land Management about 15 years ago to build a new campus on. We only have 5 years to get that project going, or we have to return the land to the federal government. And I don't think we want to do that. So I think that particular project people have lost sight of that here in Pahrump, and it's very important to the future of Pahrump, especially to the younger students in Nye County and Pahrump especially, but also other parts, Beatty, Tonopah, the other parts of Nye County can be served by a larger and more comprehensive campus here in Pahrump. I'm one of the people that helped to get that land acquired that many years ago, and I want to make sure that it gets used for the very best purposes. You can go to my campaign site at riceforregent.com and learn more about me.
All right, more news, including your health report, right after this break.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on. This segment of the news is brought to you by John Air. For all your heating and air conditioning needs, call 775-751-2372.
Well, between COVID, colds, flu, and RSV, there are a lot of germs going around these days, and many parents are sure to be concerned. So what can they do to help keep their little ones safe while at school?
Hand washing is the simplest and still the best way to reduce the spread of many germs. You touch things throughout the day. You don't even think about opening doors, opening your desk at school, opening your locker. And every time you touch those surfaces, you're coming into contact with some type of germs that someone left behind.
Dr. Gina Robinson is a pediatrician for Cleveland Clinic Children's. She says it's important for parents to stress the importance of regularly washing their hands throughout the day. Their child could even carry around a little bottle of hand sanitizer. She also encourages kids to try to keep their hands off their faces, which is an easy way to spread germs. Another recommendation is to make sure your child's immune system is strong to help fight off any potential germs. Ways to do that include getting enough sleep and eating a healthy diet. And finally, parents should keep their kids home if they are sick.
If there's any way possible to keep your child with a fever home, because that is usually a sign that they're more contagious, that's always a good idea. If your child has a bad cough, that's a good reason to keep them home. If they have a slight cough and a slight runny nose, having them wear a mask is not a bad idea, because then you're helping to protect other people.
Well, we had a viewer that contacted us about 2 dogs that she just located just recently, and this is near the golf course area. It is near Spyglass and Mount Charleston, near Discovery Park, actually. The first one is it looks to be like a Chihuahua, and the second one, a blue-nosed pit. We're looking at the little one right here, and this viewer called because she picked them both up. They are safe at her house right now. They were running loose, beautiful little dogs, and she says that she's holding them for you. So if these are your dogs, you can call her 702-217-1282, and that is 702-217-1282. If you missed that number and these are your dogs, we do have them posted on our KPVM Facebook page, and she's going to be holding them for you. And once again, that is near the Discovery Park area. Of course, you have to prove that these are your animals, and they were found just a little bit ago. Well, Pat Lemming introduces us to a beautiful cat today at Never Forgotten Animal Society named Trinity.
Today's Save a Pet segment is made possible by Realty Executives in Action. Put the team at Realty Executives in action for you.
Hi, this is Pat with Never Forgotten Animal Society at 520 East Street in Suite C in Pahrump, Nevada, right behind Wells Fargo Bank on the corner of Wilson and East Street. I'm holding right now a little tortie by the name of Trinity, and she is the loving little girl. She loves to be held, she wants to be cuddled, and as you can see, she wants to be involved in almost everything. You can't go by her cage that she's not reaching out to touch you, and she wants to be in your arms. Her favorite position is over your shoulder, up around your neck, so that she can get her loves, and she is available now. She's approximately 5 months old. She has had her shots, she's been fixed, and she is ready to go to her new home. And she will give you a lot of love, and she will give you a lot of attention. So if you're interested in her, you're welcome to come in any day, Monday through Saturday from 10 until 5. And we're on the corner of Wilson and East Street, right behind Wells Fargo Bank. So come on in and meet Trinity. Thank you.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
It's looking a little bit nicer down here today, but they are predicting that there might be a little bit of snow up there on the Mountain Springs Pass from 4 a.m. until 8 a.m. That's just going to be for a brief period. We're going to find out more about the weather in just a moment.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios, and I'm rubbing my hands because it's getting cold. Look at this all up and down the state. Fernley and Fallon weather twins at 44. Carson City and Tonopah locking heads for the Cool Spot Award at 42. Goldfield, not much better, 45, 59 out there in Beatty. You'll notice everything north of Beatty, freezing temperatures tonight. Oh my, a little frost on the pumpkin, watch out. 62 out there in Amargosa, that's the hot spot today. Hola, 62, also in Las Vegas. And Death Valley actually feeling pretty pleasant at 75, but here in the Paradise of Pahrump, let's take a look, 58 degrees, high today 62. I think we tied for the hot spot, good for us. Winds out of the south-southwest at 15 miles per hour, kind of bedeviled the afternoon as the sun rose this morning at 7:07, and setting this evening, look for it at 5:46. We're going to get some rain tonight. Look at that humidity kicking up to 46%, and some late showers. They'll be mostly clear skies, but it'll just come on in. Heading for a low tonight of 40 degrees, and as we head into tomorrow, look at this, more rain. What? Why? Yeah, well, it's a Thursday. Why not have a rainy day? And wind coming out of the north-northwest at 19 miles per hour, putting that right in your ear hole. Looks like we get Friday, Saturday, Sunday, a bit of a recovery and reprieve. Nice weekend, actually, 68, 69 degrees on Sunday. And then back to the rain again. What is that? Why do we have to do that? Well, we'll keep an eye on it, but it's going to be a nice weekend. And then batten the hatches. It's autumnal kind of wintry weather starting to creep in here on the reg. All right, back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
And definitely drive safe up there, especially if you're going over the top of the pass. And we're hoping that we're going to get a camera up there soon. We've been working on that for a little while. We'll keep you posted on that and how that's going. Thanks for watching us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio, all of our listeners and viewers out there. We'll see you back here tomorrow night. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.